I made a huge mistake. Thinking I could save an $800 shell I found in a field. I didn't realize how much money would go into this car. Who would have thought an $800 car would be so hard to get running again? What started as something simple as getting this car back on the road has turned into a never-ending list of problems. One rebuilder after another, and here we are now. And I've grabbed the best parts that I possibly could to make what I think is the ultimate 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Am I right? Let's find out. So Haltech IC7, 3D printed holder for the gauge cluster. Holset HX40, custom billets, wheel, CC Designs, manifold. Downpipe TL44mm. The housing actually done with Cerakote. Nice color just to kind of match. And everything is V-band. Morrison Fab oil drain. So OHM Racing coil-on-plug setup, custom wiring, their plates, and then some IG1 coils. Continental flex fuel sensor. So FIC 2150cc injectors, just because we're gonna run flex fuel. And then I've got the Radium fuel rail, one wheel, auto power roll cage, that's the harness bar. Bar is actually inside the car already. The vibrant HD clamps. These are from Tuning Art, so these are the interior mirror caps. And then these are the A-pillars to go with it. This is their surround. Carbonetics, this is their new V2, I believe, passenger airbag delete. MT90, gotta get this in the transmission. CC Designs to fit the turbo setup. One up came through on this one as well. There's a theme I'm going for, obviously, with this engine bay and the car itself. The car is essentially ready to go. The air ride is all done. You just gotta set up the trunk. I'll show you guys that now. So this is the setup I'm working with right now. It's not permanent. I don't know, what do you guys think? A lot going on. Obviously, a lot of parts to get in this car. So without further ado, let's start installing. It's time to finally see if this manifold fit as good as it looked. So far, so good. Let's get another opinion. So it's not bolted in yet, but.
Oh, baby. Shee-wee. Should we give him the full effect?
You're not taking your pants off, are you again?
No, I've retired from that career.
Okay. Just tight. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Well, get smoke at that.
This will probably be the fastest car here.
I mean, this thing might smoke everything because it's so light.
What do you guys think? What's gonna be the fastest car? Boxster GT3 DRS, Eclipse, or the Supra that's still in pieces? We can do a shootout when we're all done. I have to say this manifold was a lot easier to install than the factory one, or even the aftermarket, just the factory style. Getting the bolts was much simpler. Install actually didn't take much time at all. It was great. With the manifold installed, now it was time to get to the valve cover. I wanted to wait till the end just so I didn't scratch this up doing the intake manifold and other things, but it's hard when you have this beautiful piece sitting there looking at you not to install it. 2 years since I've actually had the cover off this motor when I would put it together last time. I honestly forgot what I had in here. So it's funny because all the gaskets look brand new. The motor only had like 200 miles on it, but while it's off, why not? One up, knock this out of the park. Just the powder coating and then the AN fittings just welded on. It looks great. I wanted to keep everything from OHM Racing, so I have their harness set up in the car. I figured why not do the coil-on-plug setup. The harness was already built for it. So I got the plate, the wiring harness, and then I got some IGN coils from Amazon just to top it all off. What do you guys think with the all-black look?
Nice.
With the HX40 turbo, the oil feed is very important along with the drain. So I went with Morrison Fab drain system. And then I had my STM downpipe that was modified before just for a high flow catalytic converter. It was not easy. Just trying to get this bend in and do everything. Did a great job doing it, especially with the V-band. And then from there, just trying to get the factory downpipe to work, factory location, even though it's an STM downpipe. Just trying to get this to work. Instead of doing a bolt, this side's easy. It's the other side, there's literally no access to it. They actually did, they welded in 2 studs. So I can just throw a nut on there and a washer and it's good to go. So just to make things easier, and you saw it was so much easier trying to get that downpipe on. I didn't want to go overboard with the carbon, just a couple of accents. Having the mirrors on the outside, I was gonna actually run a hybrid carbon hood, but that changed for the shipping issues. So getting these mirror deletes inside the car was just a simple task. I'm just cutting off of the APR mirror studs. Tuning Art came through on these. They match everything, looks great. It's been a while since I did some AN line, so got a new jig for the vise, made sure I got the lube for them, and just built the lines between the oil catch can and the valve cover. Just added some heat shrink just to clean up the edges a little bit. One of them is a little bit tight over the coolant, so I'll just leave that off for the time being, just for the fill. Can't run dry. Always need a little bit of lubricant. So we're gonna use some MT90, put in the transmission, top up the transfer case, and then we can finally get this car off of jack stands and sit on the ground for once and actually make some adjustments. So let's get this done. Big step. Let's get going. So I was a little overzealous here, thinking that this was gonna be the final steps to get this car off the jack stands. I question my life choices sometimes. I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna be here for like 30 minutes doing this. Little did I know this was just the start of the problems that are about to unfold. I just needed to top up the transfer case. So I just use heavy shock, just a little bit in there. It kind of looks like Pepto-Bismol. Just a little pump off Amazon into the bottles. The MT90 in this makes life so much easier. So this is not the intake manifold I plan to install. This is off Evo 2.3, but I was supposed to get this powder coated and I lost about 8 to 9 weeks of just going through 2 powder coaters, and I just finally gave up. Just put some Pour 15 on it, and then for the time being, I'm gonna install it. Then after the winter, I'll take all this off, maybe with the intercooler piping and get it all repowder coated, just so it all matches with the valve cover. Hopefully that won't lead to me stripping the whole car down and putting a bigger turbo on it like before. So here it is. It's not the prettiest, but it'll do the job for now. So Haltech Bosch throttle body is on. I'm just changing these bolts. I had some hex heads in there, but get these in, is a little tight in the bottom side here. So we'll get those in and then intercooler piping from there, but we're almost set up. So fuel rail's in, lines are all connected, fuel pressure regulator, still have to run all the vacuum lines. We'll find out as soon as we fire it up if there's a leak. I hope not. We're not gonna be running air conditioning, so that's gonna be essentially what you see in the front of the engine bay. That's what's gonna be there. Gotta clean up the wires a little bit in the back here. Flex fuel sensor, everything's run. I have intercooler piping to do, which is what's stopping us from starting up the car right now. And then the rad, which is, I'm losing sleep over. So 16 AN fitting on the rad itself. Bought the second hand. I don't think it was ever used, but when the guy bought it off, had it made, for whatever reason, they came out so far here. Thermostat housing, I had guys at 1UP do it, which they did a great job. They put the AN fitting on it, they welded it, it's nice and tight. And I was gonna use this rad, which is from a 1G. Using a 2G rad, which you can see the problem, the piping sits right here and it would hit here. So you couldn't do that bend. This is my dilemma, and this is what has literally stopped me from firing up the car. So close. I was hoping this episode was gonna end differently. This whole radiator thing is really throwing us off. It's causing us not to be able to start this car up. The other stuff is just minor little things we can finish up. So if you wanna see more, make sure you're subscribed. And hopefully in the next episode, you'll see me get the dash in, wire up the Haltech Nexus, and finally turn this engine over for the first time in 2 years. So hit that button below. See you guys next time.